the closing doors, please.
Hey, what's going on? Can you please tell me your name and where you're from?
Hi, my name is Detona. I'm from East Harlem.
Okay, Detona. Tell me what you like about New York.
I like the diversity. I like that you can go anywhere in the city on the train. And I like to meet new people, and I like, I guess, a lot.
Anything you don't particularly care for about New York City?
The rudeness, the undercover racism, that's pretty much it.
So you had talked about Harlem. Talk about that. Like, what's it like being up there, growing up, etc., etc.?
Okay, so I guess Harlem is where it's at in Manhattan. I want to say it's young people, old people, new history, old history, people trying to make history. Young people, I guess, trying to find their voice. If you can make it in the city, you can make it anywhere. So people trying to find who they are, trying to build businesses, trying to better themselves. A lot of people I know from Harlem now, they're really into music. They're trying to come up with their little clothing lines. A lot of people are Afrocentric again and things like that. So I guess that's what they was talking about in the 70's, the 80's about Harlem. Great Harlem.
You talk about the 90's and the 2000s compared to now. What was that like?
Okay, so the 90's, I guess that was when Mason them was out, right? Mace time? I think that was a fun time when I was growing up, probably 13, 14 years old, hanging out, listening to the different music. I feel like artists really cared about their music then. And people weren't really obsessed with rap and reputation. People really did things for a cause and themselves. The difference now, I feel like everybody wants to be remembered. Rather than doing things in a moment, I feel like they, I don't know, everything's for the gram, I guess.
Do you think social media affects a lot of people here in New York City?
Yes, I believe so. I didn't think that it was that important until I started researching and doing things on my own, and I noticed that on social media I was able to get my voice heard more and get my message across to millions of people. So social media definitely impacts people, especially young people, because all the young people, they love the internet. Even my little sister, she knows about the internet. She's only 4.
So you had talked about the music. Can you talk about, like, you know, the jazz and the rap, like Dipset and like Ella Fitzgerald, like all that other stuff? Like, what makes Harlem music Harlem?
Okay, I really don't know a lot about the music, but I guess since everybody's trying to find their own voice, everybody's different. As far as Dipset, that was like my favorite group, I guess, right? Because I'm a Harlem girl. And I remember me and my friends, we went uptown and we went to see Jim Joe's store, Santana's Town, and I didn't even know he had a store. So just seeing that people, even though they're in the music business, they're also trying to build other businesses, and music isn't their only way to connect to the outside world.
So what's it like being a girl here? Like, talk about that, like, and talk about like guys in New York as well.
Okay, so being a woman is extremely hard. I guess it's because you have a lot of things that's against you. I guess people expect you to be soft, elegant, soft-spoken, and with me, I feel like I'm the total opposite. So I'm like a tomboy. I'm very vocal, and sometimes it can be hard. I guess people say that I'm intimidating. Some people say I'm strong-minded. It depends on where you're coming from. As a woman, I guess we put on many different faces. I'm an educator. I'm a lifelong learner and student. And also, I feel like I'm probably a women's activist. I'm natural. It doesn't look like it now. Well, maybe halfway. Depends on who's looking at it. But I notice there's a lot of difference in the things that I wear and the way people perceive me. So if I have my hair like this, everybody's like, oh, this is beautiful. If I have my turban and my kinky hair wrap, people are like, when are you going to come out your hair? Do you do your hair? What's this? What's that? And even with other women, with men, you can really see the difference. Like I work in a public school and I just see the different atmosphere, the different ethnicities, the different views, the different cultures. Even with people that look like me, some of us have different views, different cultures. So as a woman, I feel like you have to put on many different hats and kind of play the role of God. Because as a woman, I feel like we set forth what should and shouldn't be. So women growing up and you raising a child, you know, being that mother figure, people look to you for answers and people look to you for wisdom. So I believe that's very important. And I believe that women should always voice their opinion, always have a strong voice. And like I tell my little sister, which is 4, your voice is the most important and powerful thing you have. So don't keep it quiet. Don't use your words for nonsense. Use it to be powerful and embrace yourself and be who you are. I'm not really into sports. As of right now, I'm really into like researching, learning. I'm really into like African culture as of right now, and you know, going back to my roots as an African woman or African American woman, as some people want to put it. When I say African woman, because I want to take it back to the beginning. I like swimming. I don't follow that. That's pretty much it.
Talk about the NYPD. Any opinions on it? Do you think they do a good job?
So the NYPD. When I took criminal justice in school for my associates. I'm going back to school for political science for my bachelor's. And NYPD, okay, so there's some good, there's some bad. Growing up, I never really feared the police, but I kind of knew it was an imbalance in the justice system. My father was always in jail, back and forth all my life. I just remember, I don't know, the cops not being really respectful or nice. Like I said, I have a 4-year-old sister. I have a 9-year-old brother. So when I take my brother out, he's waving at the police officer. He's like, hello, hello. And they brush him off or don't even say hi back. That offends me. I feel like they're here to serve and protect, but we're all human. And if you don't have moral values, maybe it could get twisted. Also, the cops, they raided my home. They raided my mom's house, and they arrested my mom, and they didn't bring a search warrant or anything to my mom's house, and they claimed they was looking for this and that, and you know what they told my mother? Be lucky it's us busting in your house and not the damn other guys. The thugs, coming to take over us, I guess. So I believe that there's systematic racism in place. I believe many cops aren't from the neighborhood, and they don't really know how to communicate or how to work with the youth. They don't really know what to say or how to be. Everybody's so offensive. I remember one time I was walking across the street, and a cop almost hit me, and I made a look, and I looked, I said, come on. And he cursed me out, and he was ready to jump out his car. So what does that tell you about NYPD? And I don't want to judge anybody or anything like that, because I always go into everything I do with an open mind and an open view.
So talk about the event we're at today. What's your shirt say, and what is this all about?
Keep calm and walk with the exclusive art. So we're at a walk for multiple sclerosis, and I'm here supporting my sister-in-law and some other my family members. My aunt, she says that she has been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and that it runs in her family. So I'm here for her too, and I'm here for anyone that's affected by it, or you know, if they're just here for a good cause. Us as humans, we need to do things for the better, not for the worse.